Dear students, this is the continuation of the previous video of week 1, okay, which means second video of week 1, okay. Here you have to subtract, here to multiply this, okay. Here simplify, which means first you multiply these two complex numbers in the numerator, here, okay. You multiply these two complex numbers and then you have to divide by 2 plus I, which means you have to take conjugate of this and then multiply in the numerator and denominator. You have to simplify it, okay. Now you have to simplify this expression. Here be careful when you do this part. What is square root of minus 1? You go to the definition and think and apply the value for square root of minus 1, then simplify it, then finally find the value of this expression, okay. Now solve for z. Solve for z. In general, when we write the complex numbers equation, we use the variable z, okay. So whenever we write the complex equations, we use the variable z, okay. Now here this is the equation, z cube is equal to 1. We have to solve for z, which means we have to find the values of z in terms of complex numbers, okay. Now z cube is equal to 1 is the given expression, so we write as an equation z cube minus 1 is equal to 0. Then you have to apply the arithmetic means algebraic rule, which is equal to that z cube minus 1 is equal to z minus 1 multiply z squared plus z plus 1, which is equal to 0. So here the product of these two terms is equal to 0. That's why z is equal to 1 or z squared plus z plus 1 is equal to 0. So now to solve this second part, you apply the rule when we solve the quadratic equation by rule. Now that is z equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. That is, here the value of a is, here the value of a is 1, value of b is 1, value of c is also 1. That is, here a is 1, b is 1, c is 1. The rule is z equal to minus b, that is minus 1, plus or minus square root of b squared, that is 1 squared 1, minus 4ac, a and c are 1, so minus 4 divided by 2a, so 2 into a is 1, so 2 is equal to minus 1 by 2 plus or minus, this is called square root of minus 3, that is square root of 3 divided by 2i. How it's possible? This is, see, square root of minus 3. This is nothing but, you see here, square root of 3 and then multiply square root of minus 1, okay. That is square root of 3. What is square root of minus 1? We have seen in the first definition, I squared is equal to minus 1. So I is equal to square root of minus 1. So here I can put I in front of the number root 3. So you remember this, I squared is equal to minus 1. I squared, it's not z. I squared is equal to minus 1. So what is I? I is nothing but square root of minus 1. That's what here. So that is square root of minus 1 is I. So that I can write the square root of 1 minus 4 is nothing but square root of 3 into I divided by this 2 here. So this is the value of z, minus 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2i minus 1 by 2 minus root 3 by 2i. Another one is z equal to 1. Here solve for z. Here the degree of z is 3. So 3 values, 3 roots. So z is equal to 1 is 1. Here 2 roots. So the total 3 values of z we can find. Now Second question, z power 4 is equal to 1, the second expression. So write this as an equation. Z power 4 minus 1 is equal to 0. Now here degree is 4. The variable is z. This is the complex equation. So now how we can write z power 4 minus 1 is equal to 0? We can express this as z squared minus 1 z squared plus 1 is equal to 0, which means a minus b a plus b, that is a squared minus b squared. So you will get this. So that is equal to 0. Now here the product of these two terms is equal to 0. Therefore I can equate z squared minus 1 is equal to 0. One part. Suppose you write here z squared minus 1 is equal to 0, which means z squared is equal to 1. Z squared is equal to 1 means z equal to plus or minus 1. Similarly you do the second part, z squared plus 1 is equal to 0. So z squared is equal to minus 1. So z equal to plus or minus I. So that here you can find all values of z. Here degree is 4. So 4 values. Plus 1 minus 1 plus I minus I. So you can find 4 values of this complex equation. Now here solve for z. The given equation is 2 minus I multiply z plus 8 z squared is equal to 0. Okay, now we have to find the value of z. Now 8 z squared is equal to, you keep this expression, means this value one side, you rewrite this equation, write this part into the another side, right side. So now this is minus 2 minus I multiply z. So now you can cancel z here, 1 z, 1 z. So 8 z is equal to minus of 2 minus I. So you multiply this minus here by distributive law. So I minus 2 divided by this 8 will come down. So z equal to I minus 2 by 8. Okay, this is right. Okay, you can stop it here, or you can write this answer. You can write this answer like this in the form of a plus bi. Here z equal to what is the real part here? Minus 2 by 8, that is minus 1 by 4. So this is a real part, minus 1 by 4, plus what is imaginary part? 1 by 8, that is 1 by 8 I. So now this is the complex number in the form of a plus bi of the given equation. So this is the value of z. So we did solve for z. Now here solve for z. Now z divided by 1 minus z is equal to 1 minus 5i. We have to find the value of z. Okay, now here you cross multiply by this, so that you'll find z equal to 1 minus 5i, this one, then multiply by 1 minus z. So that now z is equal to, here you distribute 1 multiply these, so 1 minus z, minus 5i multiply with these two, means distribute. So minus 5i multiply 1, so minus 5i, minus 5i multiply with minus z, so plus 5i z. So that now here z, here minus z, you group with this z, so you will get 2z. Then here 1 minus 5i plus 5i z. So if you group z, so that you will get 2 minus 5i multiply by z. So you cross multiply. Here what is the remaining? That is 1 without z, 1 and then minus 5i. It will be in the numerator, then the remaining will come in the denominator, 2 minus 5i. Okay, now how to simplify this? Actually this is not the final value of z, because here one complex number is divided by another complex number. So you have to change this into a plus bi form, that is the final complex number, so that here you should not stop here. So we have to do the complex conjugate of this 2 minus 5i. What is the complex conjugate of 2 minus 5i? That is 2 plus 5i. So you multiply 2 plus 5i in the numerator and denominator. So now what you do after this multiplication, you multiply these two in the numerator. Okay, then multiply these two in the denominator, so that now in the numerator you will get 27 minus 5i divided by, you multiply these two, you can apply the rule a plus b, a minus b, means a minus b, a plus b, that is a squared minus b squared. So 4 plus 25, so you will get 29. So you can rewrite this z equal to a, what is a real part? 27 divided by 29 minus I, what is the imaginary part? 20 means 5 by 29. So this is your final value for z. This is solve for z of this question. So this is in the form of a plus bi. Now you can stop this. Okay, here I given few questions, I think 5 questions to try to find the value of z. So solve for z. Here you find, here I think only one value for z. Here you can find 4 values, here 2 values, here 2 values, because here degree is 2. So now here degree is 3, so you can find 3 values. When you complete this all 5 questions, when you try, you have to find the value of z in the form of a plus bi. Okay, before that should not stop. Whenever you do the complex equations, you have to stop the value of z in terms of a plus bi. That's it. Thank you.